I thought I'd give an update, midweek update. So I thought I would give a midweek update video on this channel because things are happening quickly. Holy Kelly's face is all iced right up. It's that cold out here right now. Temperatures have been up and down. If you watched last Friday's video, it was down to -33 Celsius with the wind chill one night, which I think I said was -27 Fahrenheit, and then it was up to 6 degrees so yesterday morning, two days ago, and then yesterday morning was still warm. So with these fluctuating temperatures, it's been interesting to see how the firewood situation has been for heating the cabin, but also for the sauna, the bathhouse. And we did laundry as well, which you'll see in this Friday's video. So what's been interesting is with this new Yodel wood stove that they gave me back in June and installed, my firewood consumption is about half of what it was last winter and the winter before when I was on my own per day. Being here every day is changing that a little bit too, and I'm still down to half the amount of wood. So what happened, basically what happens is, starting in the morning, let's say, use about 3 pieces of log to heat the cabin right up, 3 pieces of wood I mean, to heat the cabin right up to a hot temperature, and also for cooking on. So a really hot temperature on the stove so that I can boil water and cook breakfast or weekend. And then throughout the day can basically put 3 logs on, 3 pieces of wood, hardwood, on the fire, and that'll burn for like 8 hours on a low temperature, which keeps the cabin at 18 degrees Celsius or something like that, which is what's in the 60s, so comfortable. What we like is comfortable, so when you're going in and out, you don't get hit with hot temperature inside and cold outside. And then in the evening, again, need a hot fire for cooking, so use about the equivalent of 3 pieces of firewood then, and that might be 3 pieces that size that I've split up into smaller pieces so that I get a hot fire quicker. And then at about 8 o'clock p.m. Typically I've been putting 3 logs into the fire and damping it down right down so it just kind of smolders all night. And when I do that, there's still a lot of hot coals in the morning, and it keeps the cabin too hot actually all night. So what we've been doing the last few nights actually is even keeping that back window open up in the loft, not putting any wood on. So the last piece of firewood burnt out, or was burning, say from 7 o'clock, went to bed at around 9, and that was only like half in there. It was just some coals. I damped it right down again, got up this morning, and there's just enough heat in the bottom and a few coals to get the fire going again. But we let the cabin get down to about I think it was 10, 11, 12, something like that Celsius overnight. That's with that loft window open. Really strong north wind was actually blowing snow through the screen and into us a little bit, just sprinkles, but it was actually refreshing, so we left it like that. So really only went through 1 piece of firewood. So bottom line is 10 to 12 pieces of firewood for a 24-hour period, and that cabin is really comfortable. In fact, by the stove itself, it's probably more like 25 degrees, and when we're cooking, maybe even like getting close to 30. So it's actually too warm in the loft during that short period. So I'm happy with that. That's going to make the firewood last a lot longer. Now the sauna, the bathhouse here, I got a fire going yesterday, 10 o'clock I think it was. I started the fire up. Problem was that the back reservoir on the back of the sauna stove was completely full of water, like right to the top, and froze solid, and it actually expanded a little bit, kind of distorted it, so I can't get the lid on properly now, which is, I should know better because I've been dealing with exploded containers like maple syrup buckets and stuff for the last 2.5-3 years. Anyway, it took a long time to heat that water up, so it was like 1 o'clock by the time we had showers, sauna. We spent like 2 hours in and out of the sauna, which was awesome. I've never done that before. Both of us did that, my wife and I. And then we did laundry after that. And then after the laundry was done, all that warm water that we used, dumped it out, but hung all the clothes in the back part of the sauna. And you'll see that in this Friday's video. I'll show the whole process of how we did the laundry. And just kept that going, and that dried out the clothes completely. So I don't know how many pieces of firewood. I'll count because I'm going to start it up again right now as well. I'll count how many pieces of firewood it takes to keep that sauna running long enough to have a proper shower at least and do some laundry. Anyway, I'm really happy with the way things are going right now. My wife is completely settled in, like way better than I think either of us expected. Actually, it's been really comfortable. Living as a bachelor, as you know, is a lot different than living as a couple. So all the things I took for granted or didn't care too much about, like I mentioned before, the cleanliness and food prep and all that kind of stuff, is just different with two people. But that's going really smoothly. She's been a big help. Awesome to have her here, but also to have a hand. I've been essentially building everything alone for 3 years, so I'll continue to mostly build alone, but that means I don't have to do a lot of those other chores that kind of take away my time or use up my time. Not that I don't enjoy them too, but anyway, it's just more efficient with two of us here. So yeah, I'm thrilled. So I thought I'd give you a midweek update, and I'll try to continue to do this every week or two. And specifically to talk about the firewood. Snow situation's another thing completely. I might as well mention that as well. It's funny because I did that frigid extreme early winter video back in November, I think it was. And it was like really cold. It's colder than it's been actually since then. And that was really early. And then everything kind of melted and it got warm. It's been way warmer than seasonal for the last month and a half. And it was hardly any snow. Like we had freezing rain and rain for the last couple of days. And then we got a real cold spell came in. Cold front came in yesterday. And overnight dumped all the snow on us. So it's drifting because it's windy, it's cold. And now we've got some temperatures up and down this week. But snow management is an issue, so I'm continuing to clear paths now instead of packing it down like I've done the last couple of years. So that it's just an easier path to walk to all the buildings without getting icy patches and fall off and everything, like crowns on the trail, so you're kind of sliding off the edge of it. Anyway, that's it. So thanks again for watching. Really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, if you could, please do, so that you don't miss any of the videos. And if you're not subscribing because you're on a smart TV or something else, you can count on every Friday I'll have a video upload, at least for another full year until I get busy around Christmas again maybe. But you can count on those Friday videos, and then probably midweek videos every week as well. So as always, thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you up here at the cabin next time. Take care.